Karma Guruji, India is considered to be diabetes capital of the world. Around 55 million people in India have diabetes. And most of the people, they consider diabetes to be incurable. So do you have any healing remedy for diabetes? Do you feel that it can be healed when people, they come to the class or they come for the session?
Diabetes is a problem which is chronic. That means it's related to your insulin and related to your blood sugar. I will not go into the science of explaining the diabetes right now, but I would say that you can heal diabetes, and you can heal diabetes much better if you are right now in the starting phase of diabetes. Because when it becomes too chronic, maybe 50 years or 60 years, then you've already sort of surrendered and you are taking the medicines or you're taking insulin and your body cells have been damaged beyond repair. So, and even if the repair phase starts, your body is not having the energy to complete the healing phase, either because you are lazy or because you don't have time and you may not be able to devote certain amount of energy for healing. In the initial phase of diabetes, what will happen is you can easily recover from this issue, which is the actual program of diabetes, which is nothing but that I have to defend myself against the accusations of people. And this is what happens, isn't it? Husband and wife, they are fighting with each other. The wife will put a blame on the husband, or the husband put a blame on the wife. And this accusation or this disgusting abuse that they are not able to take against each other, they want to sort of defend themselves, and maybe they are not defending themselves. And so sugar gives them this extra energy in the blood so that they can fight and they can sort of defend against their oppressor. In fact, it's a survival program that we are getting from our lineage. That is why we have been able to survive right now. So your brain is just in a survival program subconsciously that I have to fight against my oppressor, and I need this high sugar. Because if the sugar gets stored in your muscles then, or in your liver, then what will happen is you will not have the energy. In fact, we say that, oh, you're having sweets, that is why you're having high sugar. But we need to understand that even liver produces sugar. So I've seen so many people, they are on very good diet, but still they have high sugar. And they don't understand how come. Because it's your liver that's producing sugar. Because you need high sugar in order to fight your oppressor. So you can take medicines and insulin, still the body will get damaged. And the only solution is that you need to work on this original issue. What happens is, if you are diabetic for 50 years or 60 years, then that means you have so many traumas. It's not just one trauma that I need to heal. You have like thousands of traumas. You will need thousands of sessions. So it becomes chronic in that case. But I feel, or I have realized, that you can heal that as well. Then you have to be totally dedicated to your healing, because I cannot come to your home and heal you of so many issues. You need to be regular in our classes so that you can heal multiple traumas that you have gone through, so that your brain lets go of this energy and lets go of the program that I don't need to defend against my husband, or I don't need to defend against my wife or my boss. Mostly it will be with family members only, because you're more attached to them, and that is why diabetes starts to come. When it is at young age, like a child, juvenile diabetes, that means you're abused probably by your mom or by your father. You've seen your father and mother fight a lot and you don't want to see this abuse, or there's a sexual abuse case and you feel disgusting and you want to protect yourself. You want to defend against that person, and that is why you're having this diabetes. So we can work on that, but we need dedication from you.
Karma Guruji, when the body is so resistant to the medication of diabetes, how come the energy of karma healing can transform the body completely? What is the science behind it?
The body is not resistant to medicine. The body is resistant to everything. Similarly, the body will be resistant to your energy healing as well, and the body will be resistant to many, many things. That is why in the case of diabetes, or in the case of any disease, the skill of the healer is also very, very important. In order for the body to sort of let go of this ego initially, we have this inner defense mechanism which is called ego. And your ego will always tell you that I am the ego and I am this body and I'm having this issue. I am not the soul. I don't need to go inside. I need to preserve myself. I don't need to remember all these traumas. It's too painful. Your ego will always do that. And your ego is very, very good if you are crossing the road and a bus is coming, will tell you, hey, listen, bus is coming. You need to watch yourself how you're walking. But ego is one of the worst things if you want to go inside, because ego can sort of limit you as well. It's very good for self-preservation, but it's very bad for self-introspection. So if you want to do self-introspection, this egoistic resistance needs to be released. And the best way to release egoistic resistance is that you sort of communicate internally. Use your internal monologue or an internal dialogue where you are expressing to yourself that I am sort of okay, I will not go into my egoistic defense mode, I will go more in my soul purpose, I understand that I am the soul and that I know what it feels like to heal myself, that I know what it feels like to sort of realize that I can tap into my unconscious issues and resolve them, and I'm still safe and I'm still happy. If you start doing that a lot, what would happen is you will step aside your ego and start to tap into your inner mind. And of course, we are professionals, we know how to deal with clients who are tough.